We are back with another episode of What's the Nuevo Show, and I am your host, the one and only Nuevo. Yes, it's me again every Wednesday. I know you don't get tired of seeing this face, but tonight we have a special guest, Mr. MJ. But really, that's not his name. But he's a comedian, and I'm gonna let him tell you guys what his real name is, and he got a few other things up his sleeve. We'll talk about that later. Go ahead, Mr. MJ. Who are you?
Well, my real name is Michael
Oh
Jackson.
my God, I'm on a set with a famous man.
Yeah, she really is.
Oh, Jesus, don't flatter yourself.
But from Birmingham, Alabama, we call it Birmingham for those of you who live long enough to understand that concept.
That sounds like country to me.
Yeah, it pretty is.
Burn,
Pretty much is.
yeah. How you pick that up? Yeah.
What?
Burn.
Birmingham,
Oh, like blow
as
you up?
opposed to Birmingham.
I prefer Birmingham.
Oh, most people do.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but back then, you didn't have no choice.
Wow, you get
Boom!
Oh
Go
Lord.
to dynamite.
Okay.
I'm sorry. She took me there, my bad.
So wait, tell us, tell us what your real name is. I mean,
My
you
real
told me
name, my
Michael
real name, complete name is Michael Anthony Jackson. Michael and I were born the same year. He was
Yeah,
born
that's what I
August
wanted to talk
of
about.
1958, and I'm gonna date myself. I was born December 12th, 1958. I have 5 brothers. I cannot moonwalk, sing, or give a shit.
Bleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Or give a damn.
Bleep again. Oh my God.
Or give
I'm
a
not, no,
care.
Eric, no, sir. No, we don't do that here on 109 Praise Radio and Clark
Praise
TV
Radio?
Network.
Excuse me, Lord. Excuse me, Jesus. Wow, you didn't tell me this.
I told you, Glenn. I told
tell
you
me
that
this was
the
a family
censor. I
show?
told you it was censored. Look at the mic.
What did Mike say?
Oh, no, wait,
I
praise.
gotta learn. My state provided education failed me.
Oh, Lord.
What does that
Jesus.
say in that small print?
Don't worry about it. You got your glasses.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So, Michael Jackson, can
Yes.
you please tell us more so about your comedian side? Because I know you go and you actually perform at Humidor.
I performed at several places, and I just do it for fun. Nobody pays me, which is kind of
Pay you no
why
attention.
I just do it at my leisure because there's not a check involved. No, I do it because one of the things I found out to really relieve stress and really give you that euphoric life or that peace of mind that you seek, it's when you're happy, when you're laughing, when you're remembering something funny, when you're talking funny or thinking funny. I find that to be the most cathartic thing. And in the meantime, I'm a former investment banker. I've worked for several, matter of fact, second largest bank in Alabama, trading
See,
stocks.
he jumping the gun because we were supposed to go to a commercial break and talk about that. But I'm going to let him go on. Go on.
Well, I just, I have several sides to me, and like I was saying, the comedian side is kind of just to not only entertain myself, but entertain other people, because it's a good thing when you see people chuckle and laugh and enjoy themselves and enjoy your company. That makes them come around you. That makes them pretty much, yeah. They don't buy drinks, though. They don't.
What? How about drinks? That's
Yeah,
okay. So
but-
y'all, this is how I met
Oh,
MJ. I
sure.
actually met him at Humidor, and yes, he is very funny. I don't know why he's being modest, but everybody
Nobody
that
gave me no check, that's why.
look, we're trying to work on that right now with the numbers here. Okay, we're working on. If y'all want to get in contact with MJ and actually pay him for his services, how can we get in contact with you, MJ?
You gotta call my lawyer.
Oh Lord, you know what? Don't call him.
No, actually, you can
Contemplate.
reach me at play, PLAYNTHRU, through 1958 at att.net. And that's email that I get to block people off.
Oh Lord, don't make them mad, y'all. So everybody knows me. They know that I like to laugh and I like to have fun. And Mr. MJ, he keep me rolling, y'all. He keep me rolling. So Mr. MJ, you
Yeah.
feel like give us a little bit of your material?
Oh, I've been put on the spot.
Oh yes,
And this
I
is
like
a
doing that.
Christian Network, you
But
said?
you know, you can say a few blip bleep blip bleep, but
Oh,
not too
man.
much. Not crazy.
Not
bleep, bleep.
crazy?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
gee. I got to go to my notepad
Oh,
because
oh.
everything I got in my head right now is crazy.
Well, just freestyle.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Talk about hoochie daddy shorts. I'm just playing.
Excuse me?
I said hoochie daddy shorts. That's a thing.
Hoochie daddy?
I did an episode on hoochie
Wow,
daddy
hoochie
shorts.
daddy shorts.
Yeah, they like short shorts. Like I am not gonna talk about this again because it's so funny. Me and a friend of mine, we did an episode about hoochie daddy shorts. I never heard it until
Hoochie
we.
daddy shorts.
They're up short.
Who wearing them?
tight.
Man, woman?
Oh man, that's what we have.
Hoochie daddy
Hoochie mama shorts already.
Oh, and hoochie
So
daddy
now we
shorts.
have hoochie daddy
Oh,
shorts.
wow. Oh.
Yeah,
Well, okay. All righty then. That's the first for everything.
I know, right?
Okay. For example,
Okay.
since this is a Christian network,
It's a mixture. So
I'm going to tell this joke. It's kind of long, but bear with me. There was this kid, and anything I do, I actually resemble. So it's not personally directed at anyone, but a lot of this I've experienced myself. There's this kid down in South Georgia, and he was, this guy, he ran up on this guy was selling Bibles. And he says to the guy,
praise God. Selling Bible.
He says to this guy, Mister, I can sell them that Bibles.
Uh-oh.
He said, son, I'm sorry. He said, but you got that little speech impediment. He said, I don't think that'll work. I promise you I can sell them that Bibles.
Uh-oh.
He said, man, you know what? All right, man, it's 110 degrees in the shade down here. He said, I normally give my guys 10, but I'm going to give you 5. And when you sold those, come back, we'll have a conversation. Kid was gone. Came back in 20 minutes. The guy said, oh, my word, son, what did you do? He said, I told you I could sell them there Bibles.
Oh.
He
Okay.
said, man, what'd you say? What'd you do? What happened? He said, what happened? What? He said, I went on this lady's porch.
Oh man.
I
Get it out.
hit on the door.
Oh.
I said, madam,
Oh.
do you want to buy some Bibles,
She gonna pray for him to get up out of there,
or do you want me to read them to you?
and then give him all the money he want.
Did you get the joke? Apparently not.
Wait. Back it up. Y'all know
Alrighty
sometimes I
then.
can be a little dingy.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. Say that last part.
Okay, I see why I'm not getting the check.
Look, okay. Well, the last part was he said that what now?
Do you want to buy some Bibles?
Okay.
Or do you want me to read them to you?
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I got
alrighty
that.
then.
I was too busy narrating for you.
No. This is a bad host.
No, I know he did not. Oh my God.
I'll be taking the show next week.
Oh.
It's going to call it MJ. What's your gospel
Don't
network?
worry about it. Don't worry about it. Matter of fact, don't even watch it.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. She's sweet. She's wonderful.
Yeah. Yes, I am. So, Mr. MJ, that was a pretty good joke. When will you be back at Humidor again?
Well, I just do it for fun. I just tell AD, or, the guys, hey, y'all want me to? They go, yeah, when you going? So I just whatever.
Well, I'm just
Typically
trying
on a Tuesday. It's typically on a Tuesday. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I just want to tell everybody so next time you're out,
Yeah.
people will see you.
As a matter of fact, let me give this little advertisement for the Humidor. It's on Snellville. It's in Snellville. It's on 124 and Scenic Rosebud, Centerville Rosebud. It's a wonderful place. Got live entertainment on Wednesday. It's got, of course, comedy on Tuesdays. It's got a great humidor. It's got great food. It's a wonderful place. Heads up to my boys, Roe and Vern, the proprietors and owners.
All right, Mr. Rowan Vern, you are now mentioned on the Nuevo show. Don't
Yeah.
forget about me now.
Maybe they'll write me a
Y'all
check.
saw me already. Right? Maybe they'll write me one too. Y'all hear us? Do you hear us up in here? We need a check. Praise God.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now turning, over to, because, see, I feel a little jokey tonight, I see. You ain't feeling extra jokey.
Nah.
Okay, then fine. Fine. Anyhow, so just flipping the script a little bit. Tell us what you do on the investment side, because you're a beast in this area. Because you're always watching the stock market. I know, and I know that this is not any type of advice.
No,
that we're
no.
trying
Give
to-
you disclaimer here.
Yeah.
I don't recommend, or this is just what I'm talking about. Some of the things are things that I do, and I don't recommend them to anyone for whatever reason. So if this you need to be a NDA, that's what
a verbal
is.
NDA. This is
That's
a verbal
what it
NDA,
is.
people.
I trade stocks and bonds. Been doing this since like what we used to call the. Can I say this on the air?
Yes.
Cocaine 80s.
Oh, say what the hell you want to.
That's what it was. It was back during the Scarface
Yeah.
and the Miami and the Marriott boat lift, and when money was coming to America, and they had the.
Were you in the game? Were
Oh
you
no,
dating
no, no, no,
affiliates?
no. I was in the syndicate, but the syndicate is basically where large commercial banks underwrite, say we're gonna build a building, and they need 35, say they need 350 million to build a building. Well, me and several other banks will come together and divide it up and do an interest rate sensitivity thing, and then we'll come back and say, okay, this is what we're gonna finance for 30 years. This bank at here, this building. And we'll take a certain percent of it. We might take, say, 350 million. We might take 100 million, 75 million, and we underwrite and we sell it bonds and tax-free municipal bonds to our bank clients or customers or investors, that kind of thing. And so we would call it a syndicate. That's a syndicate. Unlike, so you want to call it a game. Yeah, they make money, that's for sure.
Well, and then, let's not talk about it. I don't want them to
Yeah.
come get me or anything.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: okay, with the Wall Street and everything, how you watch all that. Let's just give us the basics on how you do that. Because I will say this: a lot of us need to be educated on this. A lot of us don't even know how to go out there and invest in these different stocks and watch it properly and when to kind of sell it or just the basics.
Well,
for dummies.
let me say this, and I'm gonna get to that. This is kind of a sidebar. If you're investing in Netflix, and there's no knock on Netflix. If you got $12.99, $6.99, or whatever it is they charge, I know a month. I know you got $20 to invest in your retirement future, and I think you should. And you don't have to have a whole lot of money to invest in stocks and bonds. Ford, for example, Ford stock and stuff like that. They sell for something can be as low as $7, $8, $9, $10. You buy a round lot could be 100.
And
You
see,
could buy
that's
25 or 50.
important. That's important because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
They always think you have to have a large lump sum of money, and you really don't have to have that much.
No. The largest driver of this economy in America, believe it or not, is small business. Small business is basically what runs the country, along with the consumerism of every individual. I mean, you go to TJ Maxx, you go to Costco's, you go to Amazon. You're giving those people your hard-earned money, and believe you me, they are happy to receive it. But you should pay yourself first. So I say 15 to 20% of every dollar you make, you should pay yourself. Also, if you get an income tax check return, you get some unfound money, an inheritance, an insurance, you should take that money and look toward the future with it. Because one thing about America, if you can afford it, they'll provide it. Simple as that.
Right.
So I don't care if you're in a nursing home, you need certain services. I don't care if you're running a major corporation or a small business. If you can afford it, they will provide it.
Now, will you say,
Afford it, they'll provide it.
right? Whenever you were talking about, investing in yourself, I was led to think about 401ks. It's not just
Yes.
401ks though. There's other ways
IRAs,
that you could
self-employment participation programs called SEPs. There's a lot of things you can do.
Right.
You can do your company pension and retirement. You can do I mean, you just call up a brokerage house, E-Trade, Schwab, anybody, uh, Robinhood, if you like, and start making deposits like you paying a bill. I
Now,
mean,
what will those deposits in return offer them? Because, like I said, you have to talk, like, with some people, they don't even know, like, what that is or where to
Okay.
start or how
Okay.
to do this.
Well, first of all, you deposit money, and you can do it weekly, monthly, biweekly, however. But what you're doing is you're establishing an account and you're adding to it. Well, at the point for right now, the market is taking a hit. Things are starting to come on the cheap side because the economy is moving toward a recession. When right now we're dealing with inflation. One before that we had stagflation. Now we're dealing with inflation. So now
Now,
we're
what's-
looking
really quick, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but
Yeah.
what's that? What is a stack?
stagflation.
What does that mean?
Stagflation is where there's a great need for goods and services, just like during the pandemic. They had stuff that was coming into the ports, but they couldn't get it to the people.
Ah,
And
see?
so that's stagflation. And what stagflation does, it really sets the pace for the lack of goods and services that are needed. Similac and right now tomatoes. Ketchup right now, a bottle of ketchup that's normally $2.39 is $4.
Now, when you say bring it, you're talking about, for an example, just a layman's term, you're talking about the semi trucks that
Yeah,
have
the
to bring
semi
it
truck.
to.
Yeah, wherever it's coming, if it's coming from the ports,
transporters.
if it's coming
Yeah.
from, it's coming from
Okay.
distribution
Yes.
warehouse and centers, because people were not working because of the pandemic, so the production in America was going down. Meantime, the PD. Well, let's put it this way: we were spending more money and nobody was paying into the system
Exactly, exactly.
because the government had to keep
Right.
people, astute or upright
Right,
financially.
right. Okay. Moving back to what we were saying before about the about the inflation and
Stagflation.
yeah, the
inflation.
stagflation,
Now
inflation.
recession getting
Okay.
ready to take care.
Okay.
Okay, recession is a process to where the federal government raise interest rates, and by raising interest rate, it slows the purchase. It raises the price of a mortgage. That is the interest rate because people stop. Nobody's gonna pay craziness. Back in the 80s, when my mom and dad bought their first house, Ginnie Mae, which is Ginnie Mae is a government National Mortgage Association who finance houses for people. They had a 16% interest rate. Now, if I had $10,000 worth of Ginnie Mae bonds, I've been making something like a 18% interest rate return on my money. Here in the last, say, 3 or 4 years, Ginnie Mae's might have been paying for a 30-year investment 3%. But insured, full faith and credit by the United States government. In other words, you're going to get your money. Ain't like a stock. It might go up, might go down, might go out of business, might tell you sorry not or buy. Hey, you took a chance. But when you start talking about government insured government insured bonds, these are government bonds, so they are taxable, as opposed to tax-free municipal bonds within your state that you reside, they're quote unquote tax exempt. In other words, if I made $1,600 a year on a $10,000 bond, I get to keep that whole $1,600.
Ooh, let me get one of them bonds.
As opposed to if I bought the same bond that Ginnie Mae and made $1,600 a year, well, I've got to pay federal tax because it's considered a capital gains.
Right.
Whereas in the municipality, it's helping that municipality where I live and reside, and therefore I'm given an exemption toward the tax on it to a certain extent. But if I buy one from another state, that is another state's tax-free municipal bond, I might be required to pay the taxes to that state.
So, what do you think a good, like I said, well, this is not.
NDA.
Yeah, indeed. As of right now, since you really don't know what to invest in, what now is kind of booming? I would say, of course, anything internet based.
Well, your tech is taking a hit, big hit.
Really?
So really, what I tell people, think about where you spend your money. You
Yeah,
go to
that's true.
TJ Maxx, you go to Kroger. Start tracking and seeing what they're doing, stock-wise. I mean, you can go on CNBC, which is a cable channel that has what they call the ticker tape at the bottom that says the New York Stock Exchange at the top, and the NASDAQ at the bottom. It tells you even what Bitcoin is doing
Now,
and all
I'll
that.
be looking at that and I'll be like, ooh, whole bunch
Yeah.
of numbers. Ooh, bunch of
Well, all you
ooh,
gotta
look at
do
all
is-
them numbers. They're
all you
going so
gotta-
fast.
All you have to do is think of it this way. It's something worth learning.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be a genius at it because even the guys have been
Nobody but
doing it for
you.
years.
You
Bernie
pretty good.
Madoff went to jail. He pretty much John Ponzi these people out of $500 billion. So trust me, you ain't gonna learn it like that. But it's something worth trying to advance your finances and also something to teach to your children.
Yeah, and I, like you said, you kind of look around and see what it is that people are buying or what you're buying more of. It's like supply and demand, and then once you pinpoint that, then that's what you should invest in, pretty much.
Yeah, if that's
Yeah.
what But first of all, you have to open up an account and contribute to it. Like I said,
And
if
how
you
do
got
you do that?
well, just like you pay a bill, you can go on. For example, you can go in your checking account, prime account, whatever you call it, and just like you said, I want to pay Neiman Marcus, I want to pay Georgia Power, $75, $25.
So you can do that through your bank. Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
and what
can
you
go
do,
through your
you
bank.
set
Okay.
it up so some brokerage house, E-Trade, Robin Hood, Republic, Charles Schwab, Morgan Stanley, Keegan, whoever.
So just a few steps. If you
Yeah.
want to
and
start,
then you send the money directly out. You can have
Out of
it
your bank
come
account?
out directly out of your bank account.
or directly out of your
Yeah.
check, can you do
I don't know
that?
if your company would do it ACH because that's pretty much they got limits because what you're doing is they can send to IRAs and accounts
Okay.
like that, but they can't send. They can't pay your bills for you. 'Cause that's basically
Yeah.
what you're doing. You're
Okay.
paying a bill.
So yeah, so for those, just to recap, for those that don't know how to invest in different things like that, you could go and sit down with a banker, and they can explain it more to you to where you can invest in stocks or bonds and give you more information about that, because that's really important to put aside something for your children, put aside something for yourself. You spend $5 on a cup of coffee, and then you spend what now? I'm gonna say $20 on a gallon of milk. No, I'm just joking. But you spend. Might as well say that. But
It's
you
getting there.
yeah, right. So if you can do that, you won't even miss that money coming out of your account every month going into the saving for rainy days or anything like that. But yeah, that's some good information. How did you get started doing this? And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since, like I said, in the early '80s. But the way I got it, I was playing tennis, and one of the guys I played tennis with told me he had an interview for this job as a salesman working for a bank. And I'm like, what kind of sales job can a bank have? I'm right out of college. I don't know.
Oh, right.
And he said, I believe you can get the job. So I gave him the number. I called up, submitted my resume, interviewed. They offered the job. I took what is called a Series 54, which is an investment banking broker's exam at the time. I've taken a Series 7, a Series 63. The Series 63 is what states require you take. It did everything from interest rate sensitivity. Now, a lot of this is going to sound crazy and foreign to you. You start
Yeah,
talking about
that's
derivatives and all that. I'm not going to get into that with you. What I'm trying to tell you is you can get in on a small level and say, I'm going to put some money in an account and I'm going to buy a stock where I shop. Simple.
That's very good information.
Simple.
Very good information. I mean, for those, starting out, you have, if you can take this information and give it to an 18-year-old now, imagine what their life is going to be set. Or even a, 17-year-old, even my 14-year-old. So
You'd be surprised what these young 18-year-olds, 14-year-olds know.
Exactly.
Because believe it or not, they have more, how do you say, financial exposure than we could ever
Yes.
fathom. They
Yes.
really do.
yeah.
So
So we're gonna
ask
go.
them.
Yeah, I know, right? Ask them. Like, oh, you old fashioned. Oh. All right, guys. So we're gonna cut away to a break really quick, and we will be back with Mr. Michael Jackson, the famous Michael Jackson. Can I get your autograph?
You ain't gonna cost you. Somebody gonna give me a check.
This man want a check, y'all. We'll be back in just a moment.
remember all of the smells that came out of the kitchen, the laughter, the yells if somebody messed up.
Perfect.
Because we know Sunday dinner, it's going to be something to smile and laugh as a family.
You gotta wash your hands, at least for 20 seconds. We got the soap right here.
Growing up as a child, even though we had a small family, it was only 4 of us, we always sat around the table, and that was passed down from my grandparents. We would always sit around the table, so having the family around just made the food taste better because, you know, we did it all together, we prepared it all together. I guess innately, that's just what I wanted to do for our kids. What's happening down there?
What you doing, buddy? I should see your belly button.
Sunday dinner in our household means kids running around in the kitchen, the kids alternating, trying to help out, teaching them new things and incorporate everything they like. So we really involve them. What do you want for Sunday dinner, you know? So we can put it on the menu and make it together. Some more. Now that we're vegan in this family, the kids have more options and they have tried new things.
Like stuff that when I was that age, I wouldn't even touch,
Right.
you know, so they're exposed to some different things, which I think is awesome. Now they're able to show their personality with asking us about things, whether it's something that they just want to learn more about or if they
Right.
just want to ask us about our day.
Right.
But them being intentional about their questions, about them learning, about us being together as a family.
And then the kids always, they
set the
table. That's their job. You go set the table.
Is that good? So after y'all get a chance to try some of the delicious food, we gotta start with highs and lows.
But we said, listen, everybody have their own high and low for the day or the week that they want to share during dinner time.
Right.
And it was something that was really significant because everyone started to have their own voice. You know, we helped to get the kids out of their shell
Right.
by having the highs and lows.
And it's routine now. Like,
Yes.
we don't even have to prompt it now. The girls are like, oh, you didn't say your, let's start our highs and our lows. I think it makes them happy, you know, as children, that they know that it's an expectation at the end of the day. You put your computer down, you put your pad down, you put your book down, and there's nothing but, you know, our voices across the table.
Sitting around the table is just something that it doesn't require a lot, and you just come together.
It strengthens our bond as a family because we sit down and it's very purposeful. And I think it's a safe place.
It's about the experience in the moment and
Right.
enjoying time with the family because that's the most important thing. As long as we are able to come together and just see one another, that means more to me than anything.
Network.
Jesus ain't on this line.
So we are backward.
Backward.
We are. I was like, okay, y'all. So we just went to break. We are back with the Nuevo show, and this whole time I've been sitting here. With
Big old
lipstick on my
check.
teeth, and all he can talk about is a whole check. And I'm like, why come you didn't tell me I had lipstick on my teeth while we're on live TV? And I'm over here watching. I'm like, because he hasn't collected a check.
Exactly. Only, what I get paid for is what I'm told to get paid for.
Y'all,
I don't
tell
do no
him,
extra.
y'all, listen, please tell them where they can send you a check.
I don't know these folks.
Exactly.
I ain't giving them my home address. Oh, no.
555. Call
They gonna
him.
come and steal my Pinto.
Your Pinto.
Nah, we good.
You got a Pinto.
Yep.
You got a Pinto.
Yeah.
What color is it?
It's brown.
You lied.
It's brown.
See, you got a Pinto. That sounds like a whole lie.
It starts with a P. 2 P's, in fact. Both names.
Put her down and pick her up.
Nope.
Patton Turner.
Porsche Panamera.
Ooh. Everybody ain't able.
Me either,
One day
but
I'm
eventually they gonna repo it. For
you
now,
need to
it's mine.
stop. Right, repo your stuff. Look, one day I'm gonna have
No,
me
it's
a.
paid for. They can't come get that one.
Well,
Get it
uh-oh.
off the rip.
Hey, can I get a loan?
Sure. How much can I get back on that loan?
Well, let's see.
And I
The
don't want
same
no
amount I
trade. And
give-
I don't want no trade. I'm not a trade kind of guy. I like
Let's
cash.
see. Let's see.
No, cash.
Oh, well, let me see. Well, seeing that we were talking about investments, I'll take that cash and I'll invest it and flip it 3 ways. And then I'll give you a little interest back.
And if you fail and you get a margin call,
Oh, no, I
which
would-
me saying, guess what?
What?
You owe me money. Not only do you owe me money, the money you borrowed, you below on that.
No, not
It's
me.
called margin.
Let me tell you something about me.
Okay, me.
I can. Okay, fine. Let me tell you
Hold
something
on.
about Nuevo.
Stand down. She's just playing. Stand
Oh
down.
Lord, they're
She
gonna shoot
tell
me
us
from
something
the
about it.
window
Go ahead.
out here. Oh, so anyway.
She's gonna
I
tell
can-
us something about our money. But go ahead.
All right, but hold on. Listen, I can take any type of money and invest it and then get a good return. That's one thing that I can do. I will say that. And I have done it very well. And for those that do know me, Carla, Ray, China.
Do y'all
I
owe
could
her
go-
money?
None of y'all owe me money, but
That's
I'm
what it
just,
sounds like to me.
no, they know me well enough that I'm smart enough to invest and then get a good return. So.
Oh, well, Charlotte Ray, I don't know y'all like that, so no longer.
Charlotte Ray, who
Whoever
said
they were.
Charlotte?
Charlotte Ray.
I
you
said
understand,
Ray.
too.
I said Ray. Oh, Tamika, don't forget Tamika. I'm
Tamika,
gonna
too.
shout out.
No, you
That's my friend from when I was 5 years old, and we
Really?
are still friends. I just talked to her actually today.
Hello, Tamika, from 5 years old.
She's not watching. She doesn't have social media. She doesn't like social media.
Smart lady.
Whatever. What?
Can't
Look,
believe I'm doing this.
you have
crap.
to have social
And
media.
for no check.
Listen,
you know I gotta
we
like
are
her.
on this check
You
again.
know I gotta like her because I'm doing this for no
likable.
check.
I'm very likable.
I'm a pretty bright individual. I just look
He's
like
very
this,
bright.
but I'm a pretty bright individual.
What does that even mean? You just look like that.
It makes people think,
That they're
how you
intelligent.
say, that
They feel
you are the
good.
lesser than, therefore you're able to gain the advantage when you smack them upside the head.
Oh Lord, we smacking folks upside the head
No,
nowadays.
I mean, no, not literally, but figuratively.
Oh,
Figuratively.
see, you
I'm
sending
sorry.
subliminal messages over
I'm
here.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Y'all ready to get
We-
slapped
hey,
upside the
We're
head?
non-violent over here.
Yeah, oh, yes, we are.
We're non-violent. Never been to jail for nothing domestic.
That's what he said. Stand down, stand down. Don't
Oh,
take
now
them.
she-
You just said that all
see?
50
See,
states.
copyright infringement. We got a copyright infringement.
No, you just
I
said
know
all
I'm getting the
50
check now.
Listen.
We got a copyright infringement.
I went to
You
law
can't
school.
use my line.
I can do whatever I want to. I don't. Did you get it copywritten? Is it copywritten? Show me the paper. Show me. I like to see proof.
See, that's why
What?
you don't go on
What?
friend shows.
What?
Right there. That's,
That-
why you don't,
what?
that's why you don't do honorary, what they call altruism.
Oh
You
yes.
don't do.
Right. It's an honor for
you
you,
know.
to be on the show with me. Can I still get your autograph?
Treat me like an animosity. In other words, I'm here for free, y'all. I'm working
Listen,
for free.
no, I'm gonna give him a
Put
check.
my likeness and image out there.
First of all,
Y'all
you could be
enjoying
paying me
it,
to
and
be
I
on
get
the show.
Nathan.
Where is my check?
Where's your check?
Yeah,
It's supposed to be your show.
It is my show.
You
but
ain't sold it to Cox yet?
No, hold on now. Oh, we going there. Don't worry. But no, we're on.
Well, I want 30%.
30%. Hold on. We didn't sign a contract. Oh well. People pay me to be on my show, dear.
I'm gonna be on a talk show with nothing to say. How about that?
Oh, that is the devil. Don't let him use you now.
Check.
That's a sign of money, not check. This
Same
is
difference.
check.
He goes,
This is check.
Tells me they'll cash it.
And this is money.
It'll cash.
So it might bounce. I'm gonna give it to you at a close account. No, my
Y'all
son
know
ain't
who y'all
bounce.
host is? Because I sure don't.
Look, I've come a long way. Look, I got it out the mud. You hear me?
The mirror and the
Okay,
muck.
The mirror.
The mirror and the muck.
Oh, what's this?
It's biblical.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I thought this was a religious practice program. but
Listen,
yeah, what
it
did
is.
I know?
Listen, it's a combination.
Yeah.
It's a combination. It is.
You got some backsliders out there?
We all have sinned and fall short of the glory. The glory.
Welcome.
Really? You throwing y'all peace sign? We are. Everybody's welcome here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we don't discriminate, segregate.
This is my first time doing something like. Well, I did a podcast for for one of my buddies. His son is autistic, and he asked me, and I did something for Autism Speak at the time, several years back. Yeah. But I'm not big into the social media realm.
Yeah, he's not. But no, he is really funny, guys. I guess I got him on a laid back day. He really want that check, y'all. Can y'all send this man a check? Send it to Clark TV Network, please. Fill it out
just go fund me.
Wait, no, I'm trying to get you a check.
Go fund Michael Jackson's
I'm trying to get you a check.
drinking habits or something.
Oh, Lord. Send it to Clark TV Network.
Yeah,
and
cheering
write,
Michael Jackson.
I'm trying. Can I talk?
I'm just trying to make sure the check came to me, not you.
I'm going to have them make it out to Michael Jackson
Okay.
in small print and then put my name over it. I'm just playing.
Listen. Hey, we don't do double digit, we don't do single digit bills either.
All right, listen up,
And them
guys.
checks.
You can catch me
double digits.
next Wednesday on the
least.
Nuevo Show. And also, you can catch me on my social media. That is on Instagram, Angela Nuevo, Angela, Nuevo. I know y'all don't know how to spell my name, so I'm going to give it to you. Oh, Lord, I don't know how to spell my name.
Security. We got an imposter. Nuevo and imposter. What the hell? Let's start with an N?
Yes.
W.
Listen, guys, I have been working like nonstop. I probably had like 3 hours of sleep for the last 2 weeks. So y'all, please excuse me. I just purchased my own house. And my other house here in Atlanta, and I just been moving like crazy and working like literally 14-hour days. But anyhow.
And the state-provided education created that scenario just then.
Excuse me?
State-provided education
Excuse me?
just caused that scenario
No, it did
you
not.
just saw.
Thank
Yes,
you.
It did.
No, it did not.
Just saying.
See, you won't be back on my show.
When does Nuevo start with a W?
N-W-A-E-B-O, B as in boy, O of octopus. I am very tired right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no. See how they do me? See how they do me? Now, see?
We trying to help you, anime.
Now, anime.
Nuevo, my
Listen
bad.
now, I am not anime.
You taking
and
all
you are
kind
not
of names.
Ike.
You taking all kind
You
of
can't be
names.
Michael Jackson and Ike.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Get it right. Okay. And that's the education that the state has used.
The state provided education. I don't doubt it.
And look, you know what? My taxes just paid for that, even though I wasn't born at that time. But anyway. My ancestors' taxes paid for that.
Yep, that she's correct about.
That education. Anyhow, guys, we will see you guys on next week. You are watching the Nuevo Show. See you guys later. Oh.
Stay in tune.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate your services.